Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Elevated Healthy, where we're bringing you content for your conscience that makes much sense. And just wanted to go over some breaking news with you that I seen today about the Blue Origin rocket exploding out the Cape Coast. Has anyone else ever heard about this going on? Let me know. We're going to play a video from a news channel here for reaction purposes. All right, let me know what y'all think about this in the chat box. You already know what to do if you want to do it. All right, with no further ado, let's get going on this video.
We begin tonight with some breaking news in Cape Canaveral. There's been what appears to be an explosion on the New Origin launch pad. Just some absolutely shocking video you're seeing. This coming in, oh my goodness, just after 9 tonight. So right now we're going to head.
Hey, y'all want to know how y'all can blow up with billions of dollars? Buy a rocket and shoot it to the space. That's how you can make $1 billion disappear real quick, baby. Let's go. Hi, Ash.
To the newsroom with News 6's Eric Von Enken for the latest. Eric.
Ashley, really, this was an explosion I think unlike Central Florida has ever seen potentially. A short time ago, like you said, it was a Blue Origin rocket. So that's Jeff Bezos's rocket. It exploded during a test fire. They had strapped down the rocket on the launch pad.
On a test fire, man. That's something you want to see on a test fire? I don't think so, man.
Filled it with fuel and then started up those engines. So this is the New Glenn. It's the biggest operational rocket in the world. Spaceflight.com was streaming that test fire live when the explosion happened just after 9 o'clock. It's important to note here, this was a test fire.
Hey, this is nice fireworks show in the month of May,
right? When they
do
this, they clear the launch pad, they clear the entire surrounding area of people. No injuries reported, but from this video.
Man, y'all see how colossal that flame is? That almost don't look like a rocket, if you ask me. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like one of them, like they testing something, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just, maybe the rocket was a cover up. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even try to take off. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Crazy, but we'll continue.
So this was certainly scary to anyone who lived close by. This lit up the night sky. We got lots of phone calls about this. The rocket was being prepared for the 4th New Glenn mission. So this type of rocket, this model rocket, has flown 3 times before. This one was supposed to fly as soon as next week, taking a bunch of satellites into space for...
All the satellites. Okay. Rocket explodes, but it was deemed to carry satellites. Start putting stuff together, man.
Jeff Bezos' internet constellation of satellites, providing internet back to parts of the world that don't have internet currently, competing with, much like Elon Musk's rocket. Now, shortly after the explosion, Blue Origin issued a brief statement saying, quote, "We experienced an anomaly during today's hot fire test. All personnel accounted for. We'll provide updates as soon as we learn more." In fact, we just heard from Jeff Bezos.
Hot fire test. You know what I'm saying? So I look at those key words, man. You try to think beyond the literature.
Bezos himself, he also put out a statement saying he doesn't have any more information, but everyone is accounted for. We heard.
So all the billions of dollars funding for research, you know, goes to these companies, but yet they won't reparate or even pass bills that will help Native Black Americans, right? But they'll throw billions of dollars just to watch it go live for the world to see. Let's go.
Heard from the NASA administrator, Jared Isaacman, who tweeted, NASA is aware of the anomaly, adding, quote, spaceflight is unforgiving and developing new heavy lift launch capability, because remember, this is a newer rocket, is extraordinarily difficult. We're going to work with our partners to support a thorough investigation of this anomaly, access near-term mission impact.
If y'all want to continue to see billions of dollars flicker right before your eyes, you might want to assess.
And get back to launching rockets. And our local congressman, Mike Haradopoulos, who represents the Space Coast, said, first and foremost, I'm grateful there are no reported injuries and thankful for Florida's Space Coast first responders, engineers, and launch crews who acted quickly. I've spoken with Jared Isaacman. Again, he's the NASA administrator, and we are closely monitoring the situation and working to better understand any potential impacts. Here's another live look closer to the launch pad of Blue.
Thank y'all for watching this, man. Vibing out with me, most deaf. Good looking out.
Blue Origin's building. It could be. This is a very dark look out there because we know it is nighttime. We lost that shot temporarily. To give you a little context here, there wasn't a similar explosion on a launch pad. This was a SpaceX launch pad several years ago, but that was a much, much smaller rocket, much less powerful. The New Glenn rocket is key to Blue Origin's and NASA's moon-based plans, and this explosion certainly is going to be a setback because they have been trying to get this rocket flying perfectly. It does land, part of it does land, and is reusable. We've got a crew on the Space Coast right now for you. News 6's Mike Valente just got there. Mike, you have been looking at all of the video pouring into us and trying to answer lots of questions from people.
Yeah, Eric.
Let's see. Keeping it going, just getting some live feedback, takes on what y'all see here. Let me know if, man, this is something y'all want to see more of, man, as I bring you content for your conscience that makes much sense. Let's see. All right, perfect. We got some extra coming up in a few minutes. Let's see what he's talking about.
This is obviously a fluid situation, so I want to be transparent. I just got to the Space Coast. I'm in my car. I pulled over near Parish Park. I'm in Titusville. So I'm looking for people who are looking at what's going on. As you said, this is the thing people are talking about on the Space Coast. I just got a notification on my phone from the New York Times talking about this. You talked about the statements coming in from people
anybody on the
here,
Space Coast seen or heard anything
Wayne
like
Ivey
this
from Brevard County,
reiterating
that there are no injuries,
Let me know
saying
if
that
you,
the current plan is to allow the contained fire from the explosion to burn
Coast.
itself out. But I do want to talk about these videos. Just breathtaking images
Let me know if you
that have
checking
been
in from the
flooding
Space Coast.
in.
Let me know if y'all
First
seen
from
any of that
a live stream
right there.
that was showing this test at the time, and then from viewers, many of you at home who live in the area who were going about your night and then heard the explosion.
All right, just by looking at that video, man. I mean, I have to continue to look at it. But that rocket didn't lift. And again, it's just speculation. That looked almost like a detonation, right? Like, wasn't an actual rocket. They were testing something else. You catch my drift. Let me know what y'all think.
And saw the mushroom cloud and took these just extraordinary videos and pictures.
To the terminology they use.
Appreciate that. And if you have any more pictures and videos at home, we want to see them and hear from you about, what you thought when this first went up, because I think many people's first impression was,
know what you thought.
Oh my, I hope no one is hurt. And we're hearing, thankfully, there are no reported injuries. My plan now is to try to talk to some people who witnessed it. I believe
they want to MIB you, man.
Mayor. See what they have to say. But I'm gonna get back in my car.
NASA want to talk to y'all, man, who's seen all this and dropped all them videos, man. They want to know if you, hey, look. They're going to pull out the neuralizer, man. Y'all be aware, man.
Or start driving and see if we can get a little closer, Eric.
Thank you. Mike, thank you. It's very important to point out here that static fire tests are a normal part of launching rockets. They do this every time they try and send a rocket up to space. They've done static fire tests with this particular rocket, this model, several times every time they launch those 3 previous times. But of course, normally it goes perfectly. Let's bring in meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. Jonathan, the unique thing I think you know about Pad 36 at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station is the way that it's situated. It's really on the edge of the Cape. So if you're looking up the beach, I mean, anywhere, Merritt Island and south, you can see that launch pad perfectly. You saw it on radar too.
You can clearly make out where 36 is. Watch this little plume there. That is not rain. We do have rain to the north and south of the Cape at this time. This is going back to just after 9 o'clock, and it's right there. This little green and yellow little bubble that pops up here. That is the radar picking up on the big mushroom cloud, the explosion itself, and then that smoke plume drifting back off into the Atlantic Ocean. This is all rain down closer to Port Canaveral, but again, you can clearly see where Pad 36 is, and then that explosion roll off over the next the 45 minutes following that explosion. The good news is in all of this as well, of course, no injuries as we've been reporting, but the breeze tonight, the East Coast back off
situation, certainly that we know that's one of the biggest concerns that people are worried about, debris from this rocket and all the chemicals that they use to fire engines and power all the systems on this rocket potentially blowing inland. As Jonathan said, it doesn't appear that's happening. Not the case, and no one near, again, because they were doing a static fire test. We want to take a look at our Launch Credit Union camera. So this is a live look at the launch pad. You can see maybe a little bit of a glow at this point, but the fire is almost entirely out right now. Again, we're talking some 2 hours later. As to what was on that rocket, Amazon says this was meant to be the first of 24 planned launches by Blue Origin, taking up small satellites, again, that form this satellite constellation. So just a quick recap here. This was a static fire test. They had strapped down the rocket to the launch pad, planning to launch over the next few days. They fueled it, they fired up the engines, and that's when this explosion happened. It's not uncommon. It's not entirely uncommon. What is uncommon, of course, as you probably are aware, maybe you heard it, maybe you felt it, maybe your friends, neighbors are talking about this tonight. What is so uncommon is how powerful this rocket, how much fuel is on board this rocket. Again, one of the largest tallest operational rockets in the entire world. And of course, when something goes wrong, we don't know what yet, that creates for an unbelievably powerful explosion. And these are the pictures that continue to come in. We're going to be watching this all night for you. But for now, we want to go back to Ashley because she's got some breaking news for us. Ashley.
All right. Yeah. So what we just discovered was some information about the Blue Origin rocket, right? To go up in smoke. Billions of dollars, man. But just want to get y'all take on it. Drop down in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and we out.